Agus scrútaí géimean in Hannah Rob Holdsworth, agus a páiste le cútarmachecha an na skippe Sean Lenin.
Okay, right, ready to go. Looking forward to the game this Friday. We know how important it's going to be, reflecting on the game.
I want to see Glasgow win. It's my job to do the best I can to help Glasgow win.
Every player is looking for that edge, whether it's in diet, performance, psychology, so whatever you can to get an advantage.
I wouldn't hesitate actually to say he's world class, and what he does, the stats that he provides, and again it's been an education for me.
Bhí an tíochas an 8 bliana agus más solar man hafanéiriga.
You provide the players and the coaches with as much tools, statistics, graphs and footages as they need to analyse their own performance, the opposition and help the players improve really.
Analysis is massive in the game. I think when it first came in, players were a little bit sceptical about the whole thing. Big brother watching their every move. When actually it's just another tool for them to improve as players. That's coaches have to understand that as well. It's a great asset.
The game at this level is all about percentages and analysing the opposition, analysing yourself gives you that extra couple of percentage that hopefully wins games.
As jy gach game, bhí Robert tar scrútach minuteach gonna coachichen.
This is my Bible. Okay, this is a 17-page Bible that I get after every game. And it's a review, which, I mean, you can't really see things, but it goes through KPIs, just like in business, we have KPIs for every game. What we need to achieve, whether it's gain line, whether it's offloads, and we look at that and we go through that and dissect it with a fine-tooth comb after every game.
I mean, when I first started, it was so basic. I mean, the variables we took on the players was maybe only 10, 20 variables, and now you're talking 300, 400 different variables on a player from the match, so it was a massive change. We used to code tackle rather than, and now if we look at a tackle, we look at, does he go high or low, what channel does he make the tackle, is it his left shoulder, right shoulder, is his inside shoulder, outside shoulder, how dominant he is, what about the gain line, did he make it over the gain line, I mean the speed of ball, they get back from the contact, and that's just on one tackle itself, and you've then got the rest of the defensive contact after that, and obviously every other aspect of the game.
An oper groeie táisige gan sa bhatas jy gach game.
After the game is when we go to the depth, spend probably about 8 hours after the game going through every single player and every instance that they've done in the game.
When we come in, the first weekday after a game, you've got on the laptop, you click on your name and it'll come up with everything you did in the game, every tackle, every carry, every line out, every ruck, so you can watch your own performance back and analyse it, and it'll tell you. You also get a sheet out with your statistics on it, your carries, if they're effective, your tackles, how many tackles you made, you missed, and it'll actually break down how effective you were at each thing, so it gives you a picture in your head of, I'm doing this well, I need to improve here. There's
a page on defence, for example, so I can go to Ryan Grant and look at him. He's made 9 tackles and 6 assists, and you can go right along the line, and you can click on the number 9 and it will bring up a movie on the computer of his 9 tackles. So you can see what type of tackles he makes. And obviously if he misses one, you go, right, okay, there's Roy Jackson, has missed 2 tackles. How were they missed? And you can look at helping him there.
There's not really any room for argument about it when you've got it in black and white that throughout the season, say you're not effective when this happens, and because every game that we've played over a season's been charted and you get your statistics for the whole season as well as for individual games, you get some really detailed data on how you're playing and what your strengths and weaknesses are. So, and you're right, it can be uncomfortable sometimes because there is no hiding place, but if you accept that, then it does help you improve.
Geef Glasgow amach, maar had de kluich lees net die scrúte geri gianu in a kluicheterin.
Player generally knows what he's done on the park. The bigger one is probably the coaches. After a coach sits and watches a game, he's not remembering every instance that's happened in the game, and he might perhaps get a wrong perception in his head, and the stats help prove or disprove that, and showing the stats and the footage after the game helps change the coach's mind a lot of the time.
Rugby's actually a pretty simple game, and the All Blacks do it the best. They play the simplest form of the game, but it's the hardest game to play. So you don't want to get bogged down by the stats. You want to take out the relevant points, look at who you're playing against, and develop a way of playing that suits the players that you've got, and that can be backed up by information, and that's as we know, information's king.
It fascinates me to see what numbers can prove and disprove. Because I do have a love of stats, you know, it makes me want to progress. It makes me want to take the depth of analysis to another level, really. I mean, games at this level are won in small percentages, and analysis definitely gives you, those percentages.